Good
How's
morning.
everybody doing?
Surviving. Love the hotel.
Love the hotel.
Love.
It's a very luxurious night's sleep.
Good morning. Welcome to day 7. Need to put yours in first.
And now we're in the town of Portugaleta, and that's where we're going to start day 7. We would so love to visit all of these churches and basilicas, but most of the ones we've passed, little chapels or big churches, have all been closed. It's very disappointing. As we understand it, this intriguing tram bridge is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Well, we're feeling pretty high spirits today. How about that?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Great bed, good food.
Quiet night. Great night's sleep.
Yeah, very restorative. Staying in a nice hotel one night was a real luxury, and I think we enjoyed it thoroughly.
Big breakfast, triple cafes con leche.
Cappuccinos.
Yeah. We are on our way. Yep.
So this is called bacalhau. It is salted dried cod. The longer you let it sit, the more it looks more like a roof shingle than a piece of fish.
This pedestrian and bicycle walkway just seems to go on forever and ever. We've been on it for well over a mile now. We were just talking this through. I think if we were to do this over again, one possibility would be to take a short day into Larabatsu and spend the night there. That was a very pleasant town. Loved the place we ate lunch there yesterday. And then go straight through Bilbao. Larabatsu, just walk through Bilbao, or tram through Bilbao, or taxi through Bilbao, or half of Bilbao, and spend the next night in Portugaleta, because it was also a very charming location. So, just food for thought. that would make a really cool stage. Of course, I don't regret seeing Bilbao at night, because that's when it really comes alive. Do you see it? We just got our first glimpse of ocean again. This is a lot like our training trail, the Cushman Trail.
Yeah, it is.
It's been paved for what, at least 4 miles?
Oh, a little over 4 miles.
Yeah.
It's a nice walking trail.
It is nice.
Combined with a biking trail.
We used to live in Solano County, California, and it looked a lot like this. Here we are at the Skull Bar, halfway through our day. Get some pinchos. What do you have there?
something to prevent leg cramps.
And malaria.
And malaria.
And scurvy.
Yeah. So,
Cheers! So we've reached our hotel for today, and we're enjoying our refreshments, which are, in this case, gin and tonics. I'm editing, and the rest are doing research to figure out what the next stage will be for us. We're kind of at a point where we're between stages right now, so it's taken a lot of research to figure out where to stop, where to stay tomorrow night. You did it. Yay!
He's speaking just as fast.
This is how I know this is a classy place. Look at the orange juice machine. So today we walked from Portugaleta to Onton, which is a little bit different from the usual stage 7, but we could not spend the day walking through a city. We don't have that many days, and we wanted to spend the day in a better way, and so we found a better way.
Yeah, taxi through town and along the coast to Onton. What a beautiful walk.
Yeah. We were on pavement for most of the day because they've created this path that leaves Portugaleta and goes to the town of Playa de Arena, and it's just paved the whole way. It's made for cyclists and walkers, and it's very civilized.
and very well used. That was neat to see, and
Yeah.
a lot of people out with young kids on their bicycles.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, a lot of people having fun, enjoying the trail. The trail from Playa de Arena, and I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish, so I'm fumbling through all this, but it has an interesting history as it goes toward
Onton.
Onton. It's basically, we would call it a rails to trails.
Yeah. It was a railroad area where there, iron ore would be transported to the coast for the ships to take to wherever iron ore was shipped to.
And you found a chunk of.
I found multiple chunks of not just iron ore, but iron that had already been smelted. So apparently the last trail that we were on was a trail towards the coast. Maybe as the cart bumped over the rocks, some of the chunks of iron or iron fell out of the wagon. But I was finding chunks of pure iron. It's kind of beautiful.
There's another one of those spectacular coastlines too, with the sort of angular limestone formations.
Well, we have layers of limestone, shale, and sandstone, and they're all intermingled, so we get these really dramatic types of erosion between them. So in some countries you see the pancake rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Remember pancake rocks in New Zealand? So it's like that, and you've got these really dramatic layers, and they've all been uplifted, and they're very beautiful. It's a very beautiful coastline.
Yeah, just the rocks, the way they slant, they're often just at this angle that goes into this beautiful blue-colored water.
Yeah, I was reminded very much of Big Sur today.
You commented too that it looked like Southern California with the hillsides and it was barren, and going from where it was very green before and now it was very arid. It really did look like California, Southern California.
But today we ended up back at the beach, which meant lunch was seafood.
Yeah.
It's really good plate calamari.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah. It's interesting that kind of, we were talking about this earlier, that because this is less of a pilgrim route or not as well developed in that way, it's more for tourists, a lot of these towns, you don't find the pilgrim meals very often. It's often, and the time schedule of eating is more on the traditional Spanish timing, so mid-afternoon or the time we come in for lunch or dinner, often there's only pinchos, which are just sort of the different kind of snacks.
Thank goodness for pinchos.
Yeah.
And that they're delicious and they're
we
very...
enjoyed them, but there's not the sort of traditional pilgrim meal with the first and second course and a bottle of wine and all that for the good deal.
Yeah.
So
But-
that's been interesting.
It may not be what
But it's a
the
nice
good
change.
like the
It's-
good
it's-
deal like the Pilgrim's Meal, but even still, that lunch
Yeah.
today
They're still very reasonable.
was very reasonable. I mean, we couldn't get lunch for 2 for what we paid lunch for 4.
No, you can't go through a drive-through, a fast food drive-through, and get a meal for the price we paid, and you definitely cannot get the quality of the food that we get.
That
Yeah.
calamari was so
really good.
good.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not complaining, but it's just different. Yeah.
It's very different.
Yeah.
It's very different. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is a good point you
Yeah.
make. But if you like seafood, you like food that's well prepared. If you like ham, the type of ham they serve in Spain, you will find good food in
Yeah.
Almost every
on the
bar.
Norte.
Well, and the seafood too. I mean, all the seafood that we've had has been excellent.
Yeah, they're just very fresh, very delicious. I think our other big thing today is we passed from the Basque region into Cantabria.
And didn't even know it.
The trails, though, that probably on the roads where you're driving has some kind of marker, but yeah, the trails along the coast don't mention it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I really have loved our time in the Basque Country. I have an affinity for farms.
Yeah, yeah. They're,
Be interesting to see all the food changes.
Yeah, it will be. But we're still coastal, so I still expect
Yeah.
to see good
yeah,
seafood.
yeah, I think that'll be the case.
What did you say the Camino miles were?
11.7 for Camino miles from Portugaleta to Onton.
Yeah,
And what did we get on our shoes today?
the Strava said 13.45, but we had a little backtracking. It was a lighter day, and it was really nice because it was only about 1,000-foot elevation gain. So and very gradual, and that was nice.
And for any of you, who were, asking about my knee, that made it a better day. It's been better, and that kind of helped stay. That was just a fairly easy day. Yeah.
So tonight we're up for a late dinner because we're on normal Spanish hours.
That's what happens when you have a good night's sleep that is
Yeah.
based on the sun and the darkness. We all woke up right at sunrise, which was around here. It's about 8 o'clock. We got to have a nice lie about, and so we're on Spanish time now.
Leisurely breakfast.
For those of you who don't know, that the dinner, there's the pinchos, the snacks are generally available in the afternoon, but the regular dinner menus don't start till 8 or 8:30.
And normally we're asleep.
Yeah.
It's hiker midnight.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us.
I look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow.
Buen Camino.
Hey Gail, feliz cumpleaños.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.